Greetings. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace to people of goodwill. This video is unfortunately going to descend into the gutter a bit, but I felt that what's going to be covered here needed to be documented and commented on, so that's why I'm making this brief video. But, so it's on an admittedly crude subject, but nonetheless, jumping right in, as some know, Vocab Malone recently had a debate with a follower of Malachi York, and that person's name is Khonsu, or at least that's what he calls himself, Khonsu. And a number of people, including folks who don't share Vocab's worldview or who are not particularly fans of Vocab, have nonetheless said that they feel that Vocab won the debate. And Khonsu, for his part, participated in a post-debate after show on the Lion's Den channel. And the discussion went so low that one is left to wonder if it might not serve as corroboration for the view that Khonsu did poorly in the debate, and perhaps even serve as evidence of Khonsu's own tacit recognition of that fact. Now, I'm going to show a few clips from Khonsu's post-debate review, and the first thing I want to look at is Khonsu's bizarre, prolonged commentary on Vocab's outward appearance. Now, you've likely heard of phrenology, which is the pseudoscience from a century past in which attempts were made to reveal things about a person's character, based on the shape of their skull. And with that in mind, I'd say that Khonsu was trying to engage in a sort of cyber phrenology in which he attempted to uncover sinister character traits and genealogical secrets by analyzing images of Vocab on social media. But, let's go ahead and play a couple of clips and then offer some comments.
In my opinion, he's some kind of Ashkenazi Jew. He doesn't look.
He admitted it.
Oh.
You hear me? So he admitted it. I cornered him. He said that he's connected to the case of Ashkenazi. I cornered him over there on SVDL one day. So yeah. So yeah, it's out there.
I had no idea. I'm of course half black, half white. I'm a mulatto. My daddy kind of light skinned, so I kind of got the light skin portion of the genetic splicing. So a lot of people mistake me for Hawaiian or Latino or whatever. This brother claims to be a pure Caucasian, but he doesn't look like a pure Caucasian. I think he's hiding something about his past, maybe. I don't know. I think it's a racist agenda linked with the Ashkenazi Jews, particularly the Nazis, maybe. You never know. Now, if you look at this, if you look at me, right, and you look at this brother right here. Now, I'm about 60% European. I'm only about 40% African because, like I said, my dad is a light-skinned African. My mom is Irish. But if you look at this guy, Vocab Malone, to the left with the Kansas City shirt with the hat on, he could probably go for a white guy, but he could go for Mexican. He could go for Arab. He don't look like a regular white guy, like a blonde hair, blue-eyed, Nordic, Scandinavian type of guy, right? That lends me to some suspicion. Arabs were the first ones to enslave Africans. I thought DJ Khaled was a Puerto Rican for the longest. No, he's an Arab. Vocab Malone may be an Arab.
Okay, now, to explain why these sophomoric musings on Vocab's appearance are not merely a waste of time, but rather reflect poorly on Khonsu himself, consider the question of how any of this impacts the points of dispute between the debaters. For example, as I covered in a previous debate, in the lead-up to the debate, Vocab and Khonsu disagreed on whether the word Christ descends from the name Krishna. Now, if we could sum up Vocab's argument, it would be roughly that the Greek word Christos means anointed, while Krishna is a Sanskrit word meaning black, or he said dark blue. Therefore, Christos does not descend from Krishna, right? It's a fairly straightforward argument. Now, Khonsu wants to try to insert a heretofore hidden premise, something like vocab is an Ashkenazi Jew or vocab is an Arab. But as should be obvious to any clear-thinking person, the introduction of that sort of hidden premise has no impact on the conclusion whatsoever. And I think Khonsu himself knows that. So it would seem that he's merely trying to poison the well and emotionally manipulate the audience. But this approach, again, has no impact on the actual arguments. It has no impact on the actual information, the actual points of dispute between him and vocab, right? And would raise the question of why he's going down this road then, right? But with that, let's jump to another clip. And in this clip, Khonsu and the host of the show take issue with an Israelite expressing his belief that vocab won the debate.
Look at this. He probably one of ours. Look what he's saying. Correct vocab. Look at that.
Elder Yara is traitor.
Well done, vocab. Look at that. Come on, man. What's well done is he's attacking Israelites, is he's attacking New Nuwabians, is he's attacking Kemetics, is he's attacking Muslims and Moors. What's well done about that, bro?
Facts.
Come on, bro.
Okay, so Khonsu called that particular Israelite a traitor simply because he said that vocab won the debate in his opinion, right? He does that as if to imply that even an Israelite, even a Hebrew Israelite, must see his loyalty as being to the followers of Dr. York rather than to the truth, right? That's the implication there, that even if vocab did win the debate, you should still refrain from admitting that, right? Intellectual honesty is treason, according to the implications of Khonsu, right? And honestly, I think the invoking of this sort of ad hoc rule reveals something about the confidence Khonsu might feel about his own performance against vocab. But with that, I want to look at one last clip, and for me personally, I think this one is the worst one of all, right? Here, both Khonsu and the host, they show a clip of someone else holding up their cell phone, and on that person's cell phone is a picture of vocab. And this is supposed to settle the question of whether anyone should ever admit that vocab won the debate. Here, listen to this.
No, there it is right there. There it is right there. There you go. And you got these goddamn coons over there supporting him. Yeah, great job, brother Khonsu. Vocab. And Sanada over there trying to tear down other black organizations. You got this dude throwing up the goddamn Heil Hitler. There it is right there. What more do we need to say? This game is over. Just let me know y'all got a goddamn agenda. There it is.
Okay, so it was hard to see that photo, again, because they were showing a video of someone holding up that picture of vocab on their cell phone, so the quality is very poor, but we can zoom in a bit and take a closer look at the image. Now, if you're not familiar with this image, it's a doctored image which has been floating around social media for years. And here's the fuller and clearer image. Now, it should be obvious that this is a doctored image, what is, colloquially called photoshopped, right? Though it may have been made with some other program rather than Photoshop, but nonetheless, right? It's a fake image in which the heads of certain Christian apologists were put over a photo of other people throwing up Nazi salutes. So in that clip that you saw, Khonsu and the host of the show were appealing to a fake image as the definitive mic drop sort of argument in favor of never admitting that vocab won the debate. And really, we have to ask, what are we to make of this, right? At best, this would speak volumes about their lack of discernment, about their lack of willingness or ability to look into matters carefully, right? But that's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that they might have known the image was fake and sought to deceive people, which would raise questions of why they felt the need to stoop so low. But in the interest of charity, I'm going to opt for the best case scenario, which is that they didn't know the image was fake. But even under this assumption, one feels tempted to call Khonsu's reasoning into question, or at least wonder if a deeply emotional desire to grasp for anything led him to make that hasty leap into falsehood. Food for thought. But with that, I'm going to close this video here. Honestly, I think what we've seen speaks volumes about Khonsu's confidence about his own performance. And I admit this was a crude topic, but I felt that it had to be documented. And now I hope to get to more serious topics soon, more serious videos. But as always, everyone is invited to share their comments, questions, and criticisms. I don't censor anyone here, so feel free to share your thoughts, whether positive or negative. And God bless.